Howdy partners, Archer here, and we're back with episode 3 of our live play and tutorial for Outlaws of the Old West. If you've missed the previous ones, you know, they're on the channel, all that kind of stuff. But we're, again, picking up where we left off. We've got our gold exchange office that we're going to be selling gold bars to earn some money, with the goal of getting a gold mine up and online this time. That includes the oil derrick that will be required to get it powered. And one of the first things I want to do, though, is we spent some time hunting bandits. We found a decent pistol that we've been using. But as you can see, the little area, the white portion of the bar is showing a little bit of wear and tear. And unfortunately, there's really no way to get it repaired right now, except for one thing, and that is completely unintuitive, but it's a food smoker. You know, this might be considered an exploit by some, and I think I've mentioned it before. I wasn't a huge fan of it when I heard about it, but the fact that there is no way to repair items in this game except for this, as of right now, that there's really no way around it. But we're going to go into our crafting here, and this item, the smoker right there, smokes fish and meat so it lasts longer. Also, it's a repair, you know, structure in ready to go. But 20 planks, 10 brick, which we got by cooking stone on the furnaces, and then 10 stone itself. So we're going to get that building right there. And I'll show you guys how that's done, because I didn't understand it the first time somebody told me, and it's yeah, it's pretty good though, and kind of required until we find some other ways to be able to repair items in game. So got that. We're going to go ahead and place it on out here, and it actually does a pretty good job of making preserved meat. Again, if you're playing single player, the food tends to last a pretty good amount of time. So it's not necessary, but you can always throw it in there if you don't want to have a campfire out front or anything like that. But we're going to go ahead and open that up, take our SAA, the Peacemaker, just pop it into resources. Wait, it doesn't go there. What happened? Oh my goodness, look. Its condition is full again. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. Nice and easy, and that works for, you know, all of the other tools, things that might be getting a little bit of damage. We'll throw that in as a backup. But we've got a bunch of stuff kind of accumulating for our exploits from hunting the bandits. And basically that's what we're going to get to right now. I want to make a storage box so we can throw in our extra pieces right now, just in case we ever get a blacksmith or a gunsmith that we can sell things to. Again, if you're playing multiplayer, do some looking around. See if somebody else has placed one of those structures, because it can really give you a head start. Like, this is a pretty good chunk of change here. They're a couple bucks each, so you can see sale $6.30 up there, $6.75. It adds up, especially the rifles. Rifles go for 15 to 20 bucks a pop. And it's just extra money. We're trying to get, we've got 247 right now. We're trying to get to 750. So we're going to get this crate crafted. And the one I like to use the most down here, this guy right there. So 15 planks total for that. It's got a ton of storage. And definitely for a multiplayer game, we've got like an entire resource stockpile area with different crates laid out for people to kind of come and use communally. As soon as we get to 15, we'll grab all those, get it set up, download our extra gear that we don't want to just necessarily carry with us the entire time. And then we're going to just head out and keep hunting down bandits to keep trying to raise money. Hopefully we'll get lucky, find a couple of those Skull Gang members with their gold bars, because that is a nice influx of cash, as you might have seen in the previous episode. And there we go. So on the carpentry window, I think we also saw it over here on the woodworking. Yeah, you can build it either place. That's fine. Give that a second to build. But you can also keep an eye out for people that put up taxidermists for the pelts. You can sell those pretty nice. And then finished wood, clothing items can go to the Mr. Kang's tailoring shop. Speaking of, I mentioned that there was kind of a loophole with leather jackets from the previous patch. Well, this last week's patch, they addressed it, and that is no longer the case. So, sorry, you're just going to have to put in your work the old-fashioned way. Let's go ahead and throw that down there. If you're on multiplayer, unless the folks are in your guild, there should be no way to access it. I'm not sure how it is for PvP, but that is definitely the way it is in PvE. But let's go ahead and throw in our extra pieces of Frontier Justice in there, plus all this stone and whatnot. Just all that stuff we just don't need to be bringing with us right now. Have an extra one of those, throw that in, whatever. It's all good. All good. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and set out looking for some bandits. I'll probably fast forward here quite a bit because you kind of got the idea the last time. I'll try to leave in the more exciting bits, but let's get to it. Yeah, we had to search around for a little bit to find these guys, so we clipped out a little bit there, but we found these. Looks like being dead. Oh, they saw me. Here we go. Wow, they are moving fast. So it's worth mentioning, there were some AI passes in this last week, especially with the miners that you find. They're a lot faster and more aggressive than they were previously. It looks like these guys might be moving a little bit more janky to move around than previously. But that's fine. We'll just take our time, hopefully line up our shots, not waste too much ammo again. But okay, there's the leader down. Got a little bit of money there. Some more bullets. That's nice. You can definitely see what happens when you're getting like center mass shot versus headshots with them, because it does take a few more hits. But okay, we got those guys down. Let's see what else. New total 277. Ooh, this is going slow, but we'll get there. We got lucky, and there was another camp not too far away from the previous one we were just at. So let's see what we got going on here. Got more bandana gang. Bandana bandits. There we go. Leader down. Whoop. Let's take cover behind that cart. Get him. There was one other. He might have skedaddled after I popped him. Let's see. Is he around anywhere? Lost track. Sometimes that'll happen. They'll just straight up and run away. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to stop by the cabin and actually make a gun bench and get a trapdoor rifle. That could help us maybe dropping one early on before they engage. And I'm going to get the sulfur while I'm here, because we're going to be needing to make a shotgun for those mine runs. Oh boy, there's a big puppy. You stop that. And let's head on back and let's do a little fooling around with the gun bench. Okay, heading back here. We're going to take a moment. We're going to set up a gun bench, and also I wanted to show the troughs. This is more important, obviously, if you're playing on an online persistent server, private, public, or otherwise. But basically, we don't have to worry about it in the single player, because the horse is really, it's only online when we're online, so it's not losing its water stat or food. But if it is remaining in game when you're logging out, then that could be a concern. So we're going to take a second and look at our crafting. So looks like, well, actually, it's going to be over here on the wood bench. but there is a trough. The plank trough. There we go. So this can be used to provide food or water for the horses. Usually all you need to do is the water, but it is available for food if you're going to be gone for extended periods. But because the honey lasts such a long time and they use very little food while they're offline, I think I mentioned early in the episodes that honey will keep them going for weeks. And honey is very easy to get a hold of. Basically, you just need to have a apiary or a beehive, and it accumulates the wax that you need for making candles, as well as the honey in there. And you can throw out like 2 or 3 if you want to. It's pretty easy to make there. You see a couple planks, some plant fiber, and some stone, and it does a pretty good job. And it's a great way to feed the horses. As it goes right now, we're going to get the trough set up, and I'll show you how to fill that up, because there's a couple steps to that. But overall, it's not too bad. Also, let's take a look to see what we need to make our gun bench. So there it is. That's going to be just some more planks, so lots and lots of planks. I usually, if you're going to be doing a lot of building, like we were working on a railroad for our online server for a while there, and it took a little bit to get it up and going, because I used a lot of planks, and those planks can take a while to cut. So we had like 3 or 4 of those table saws going at once, just cutting planks to be able to use for that. Also, if you're going to be planning to build a railroad for yourself, I definitely recommend try and stockpile as much stone as you can. It doesn't seem like it's very useful right now in the game, but you use quite a bit of stone and sand is made from stone in a grinder. It can be quite a bit. It goes really fast. But anyway, so let's get over here. We'll make our plank trough here while we wait for those other things and start up our gun bench. So that's going to take a few seconds. One of the cool things about the gun bench is there's a couple different tiers of weapons. We're going to be looking at the Dragoon and the Trapdoor. Those are kind of your basic pistol and rifles, respectively. And the important thing is that neither of those requires any of the gunpowder to be made. So we don't need to worry about a chemist bench right now to make gunpowder. We're obviously getting pistol ammo. And there we see as we're getting a little closer, Rance Archer, dead body. Thank you for killing the Outlaws, so we're able to keep it going that way. One of the guys that was watching the videos also recommended, especially for those trough bandana bandits here, someplace where if you don't have you can make a little stand for firearm or anything yet, you can actually use one of the sledgehammers, and they're pretty much a 2-shot kill. Pop that down there. Now we got to fill it. It's a good thing to keep in mind if you don't have any access to firearms or you're having trouble finding them. Just grab started. Wood. I have a feeling we're going to need some more. Sledgehammers in a bad way. You just got to really watch your health, and I definitely think twice against going up crafting table again. You can make a wooden bucket, or a metal bucket, whatever you. As you saw, that was. We were taking a lot of shots really fast. We of course were pretty dead accurate, and might have. So we'll grab those. Should probably get another 10 queued up. Borrowing against the future here. Further. Okay, but I thought the shotgun would be a bucket equalizer, so we can do this, and then hopefully all the planks will be cut that we need. All right, let's get our stuff looted up. Do the gun bench when we come back inside. Take all there. Gee whiz, and re-equip all of our stuff. So definitely worth now. Making sure you're clothed, because those are. Now we go. If you have a well, you can do it via the well, or you can just come down to if you got a river nearby or a water hole, and just hold down your interact button, which is E for me, and you'll see bucket there. Boom, fills it on up. To get the Schofield. Now once we've got the bucket filled, you'll see. So we got the 19 gold back. That's full blue bar right there. So you can right click, equip that. Stack all that. Puts a little bucket in there. What else am I missing? I know I'm not fully equipped. And what'll happen is we go up to the trough. Let's get back on the trail. Press E with bucket equipped to add water. Those other 2 guys. That easy. Not too bad, right? I'm curious. But sometimes if you don't know you need a bucket, Could be a little tough. Also, when you mouse over, it'll show you the water level. So if you got horses that are drinking there, they usually drink when they get to about 50% to where they spawn, and then start passing about 50%. You can also because usually it's either drink if he's nearby. Kill them outright. Let's see if I can show that to you. He just watered recently, or so he's not this terribly thirsty. Let me see if I can at least show you the option though. And just mouse over, hold on that, and yeah, give water. Equipped item. Oh, okay. So it was trying to feed him nice the body to remind me that out of the bucket. So that's one thing you can do to water your horse if you don't want to just run them through the river. But there should be a. Well, usually there's a one of the radial options is make him drink, but it looks like we're okay there. It's all right. It's all right, little horse. You got plenty of water. You're fine. Okay. Let's get up here and grab our planks again. And let's get that gun bench going. Because this can help us. The rifles definitely... Oops, wrong. The rifles give you a lot of range extension. And like I was saying with the ball-style guns like the Dragoon and the Trapdoor rifle... You don't need to have gunpowder for them. It's just you load in a ball and it magically works, I guess. Which I'm not complaining about. Absolutely not. Because getting sand can be a little bit of a pain. Not too bad, though. Let's go back to our inventory. Boom, we got one. Okay, so gun bench. And pop it in the corner over here. And you'll see all sorts of options for it. The player constructed or the trader constructed, the contract gunsmith will sell you better versions of these weapons. They do cost a lot of money, so it's kind of a later game kind of thing after you've got yourself established and a good source of income coming in. But the ones we're going to look at right now are, well, mostly I want to make a trapdoor. I've got a gun already. We'll eventually want to come back and make a shotgun. I usually recommend the bootleg, because you can hold 5 shots in there. So you see 20 iron bars, 15 planks. It's not too bad, but you do need to have a chemistry bench to be able to make the shotgun ammo. As you see, it takes 10 gunpowder there. But as it is right now, we've got ball ammo. That's fine. Let's see what we need to make. Let's see if where's the there's the trapdoors. So iron bars 20, planks 15. Okay, so we'll get some more planks cutting. Hopefully I have enough wood on me. If not, we'll fix that. Let that start cooking. Okay. And then we'll head on over to the furnace. Oh, we got some left over from last time. Perfect. Okay. Not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and throw on another 10 or so, because I have a feeling we're going to need some more bars here soon. And we'll just ignite that fuel. Let it go for a minute. And wait for these to finish cooking. Let's go ahead and dump our extra. Spent a little time riding around while I was looking for bandits, picking stuff up. But, well, might as well hold on to that. We're going to need that. Just banking it against the future. Can also repair our gear since we're here. Kerchoo. Another trick I found is if you actually mouse over the item you want to put on your hotbar and just hit the number you want it to go to, bam, goes down there. So number 1 there. Put this in number 5 again. Easy peasy, right? I did not know that for a long time. Then I accidentally came across it. Throw that in there. We're not really using any of that stuff. I don't feel like my guy needs an eye patch. That's fine. Okay, let's see if that table saw is all done cutting. There we go. Okay, so we got the wood. We got the bar. So let's see, where's our trapdoor again? There's the bootleg. Be coming back for you soon. You can play around with things like the blunderbuss. We actually might give that a try. I haven't gotten to play with that yet. So, actually, you know what? Let's do it right now. It uses ball ammo. Let's see how good it is. Let's see how good it is. That's going to take a minute to cook there. Let's get like 40 ammo of that. Well, we don't have enough for that. Let's craft all we have. So 15 shots. I'm going to go take a second, grab some more. Do we have any iron in there? No, it looks like we're a little low on iron. Let's go grab some more iron, right around, look for some more bandits, and we'll come back here in a second and see how it's going. Well, it looks like we got lucky. Went ahead and swung by one of the camps while we were running around gathering resources, and we found another bandit gang, so that's very nice, very nice. So we can get a little bit more money off of them. Okay, where are these guys running around to? Being crazy. Whoop! Only I could beat the info out of them to get where the Skull Gang members are. Okay, well that was good. Let's head on back and see if our blunderbuss is ready. So we got a little lucky. I ran across a TNT bandit on the way back, and I was just going to kill her real quick, grab the money, keep going. But he actually dropped a rifle for us, so pretty happy with that. It's a worn one. It's an Evan. It's not the best, but and we don't have a whole lot of rifle ammo for it. It actually uses the rifle ammunition there, but it's something we were able to pick up. It does 16 damage, but it's got a lot of range on it, which is really good. So it can help us kind of engage from a distance, get a couple of shots off, and then we can switch to the pistol or the blunderbuss and keep going from there. But yeah, that was pretty good. I'm glad that those guys, I didn't know the T&D bandits could drop rifles like that. But again, if you got access to a gunsmith on servers, these actually can sell for a fair amount. Let's see, what does it say on here? Yeah, $10. I mean, a little bit more. This is kind of the lesser of the rifles that are available out there for looting. But hey, we got it, and it looks pretty cool. But anyways, let's actually go get that blunderbuss now. Hit that river, head north. I like being next to easy geography to navigate. The rivers are fantastic. It's especially important if you're going to be doing a lot of exploring and things, being able to find your way back home. Because you can only have so many waypoints put out. Like, one. Guess you could always look for the big blue O wherever you've bound, but... oh, hey, looky here. Isn't that felicitous? All right, let's... whoop. Ah, damn, they already saw me. Well, let's put this oven to work, I guess. See what it does for us. One of the nice things about the oven, though, I'm going to switch now to the pistol, is you can hold 10 shots in it. So it does hold a fair amount before you need to reload, so that's pretty nice. Oop. Stop moving around. Using a lot of ammo on this one. Heh, I'll take it. There we go. Trying to predict where they're going to crab walk next, and, you know, maybe it's a 50-50. Where'd that other guy go? Oh, there he is. Thanks, fella. Oh, we got one more to loot there. Very nice. I'll take it. More ammo, a little bit of money. What's our total at right now? 366. Slowly ticking up. Slowly. But this would kind of be the time you'd want to be building up. If I was interested in like getting the full experience on the single play and not just kind of showing you guys the basics, like spending time building a nice big cabin or even going to a tier 2 house. Getting lots of clothes options, saddle for the horse, all that kind of stuff. We'll slowly be adding that in. But the mine is kind of an important part, and that's why I'm kind of rushing to get that done. And so we can show you guys an important part of the gameplay for this. So just got back to the cabin and found an interesting bit of trivia here. So I found that Warren Evan, we were using that. Went to go hit repair on it, but apparently it only lets you take it to 50%. So that's the best it's going to ever be. If we can find an actual version of that, it'd be good. We could also just make one if we really wanted to, but let's get over to the gun bench. Let's pick up, oh, that's a nice amount of ammo. Okay, that's not too bad. You get a lot of ball ammo going on there. And let's get that blunderbuss equipped. Oh, yeah, that's looking mighty deadly there. Let's go see what the reload kind of thing is on this. You got the, oh yeah, and so you can't iron sights with the shotguns. It'll give you a little bash kind of thing. Otherwise, you just get that targeting reticle there, and well, it seems okay. One shot reload, and oh, that's pretty extensive. That's not a quick reload, but you know, that's fine. That's fine. It'll work for us. Let's go ahead and grab these bars and extinguish that because we're done with that for now. But okay, so we got the that guy ready to go. Let's put some more planks on to cook while we're away and continue hunting bandits. Let's do another 20 or so, because I still kind of want to come back and make that trap door. If I could ever find it. There it is. So 15 planks on that. Could do that. Could do that. How many are we cooking here? Yeah, 20. Okay, cool. All right, back out to the Wild West. All right, just found this camp down here. We're going to try to engage with the blunderbuss and see how it does for us. Well, howdy, guys. Y'all having a nice meal around the campfire? Too bad. Definitely want to make sure we're fairly close to use this because, oh yeah, there's a one-shot kill. Because the reload is a little bit extensive. We want to definitely make sure we're lining up our shots. But overall, seems pretty much like a one-hit kill with this bad boy. Not a bad way to go for just a starting shotgun, really. And again, it only uses the ball ammo. We had 150 of it made. That's going to last us quite a while, so I'm pretty happy with this. This actually might suffice us to get into the mines, and as long as we take our time and are careful, the blunderbuss might be a good way to get the crazy miners neutralized in there to let you to get in there and get the ore. Well, I went a little bit further. It looks like we've got one guy left over there. I've only got a few shots left with the Evan, so I'm going to hold on to it, see if we can just ride up and blast him with the blunderbuss. There we go. I got 3 more gold bars. I am very happy with that. So that brings us up to an extra $220 in the old bank account once we go to the gold exchange and make that trade, which gets us up to 640. Woof! We're within 110. We're almost there of getting that mine. Very exciting. Let's ride around a little bit more, see if we can find some more fights to get in. Here we go again. There's some more guys. Ooh, looks like it might be Skull Gang. Okay, so we're going to be real careful because I'm pretty far from home right now, and I don't want to have to run all the way back down here. Let's do a little bit of harassing. See if we can soften them up a little bit. Use the terrain to our advantage. We pop around the corner right there. Give ourselves a chance to reload. The old blunderbuss. Okay, we got the leader. We're gonna risk it to get off, grab his loot. Because, yep, there's another 12 gold bars. That's really all we need then to get the tier 2 gold mine right now. Come on, reload. Oh, pfft, of course. I didn't want to move because it was lined up so perfectly. Well, there you go. Don't do what I do. Alright. Let's get a little range, reload. See if we can knock these guys off just to give us a little extra money in the bank. There we go. There's another one down, so it's going a lot better for us this time. Now I kind of know what to expect. That caught me off guard, but that's one of the things with this being an open access game is changes come weekly at this point. Every Tuesday they got a new patch, they rebalance stuff, and then we see things like more aggressive and more accurate and more damaging skull. Oh, we got another one? Ooh, it was a 4. Okay, well, let's go deal with this bad hombre. Whoop. We're still doing okay on health. Just gotta make sure we don't let him hit us too bad. He's pulling range pretty well, though. Come on. Yeah, looks like we might have hit our horse a little bit there. You don't want to do that too much, because that gives you bad morality. They don't like you shooting horses. That's something bad folks do. Alright, so 30 more bucks there. Alright, let us head straight back home then. Like I said, let's see, where are we at? Oh yeah, so we're like 2 tiles away. But we'll just follow the river north and be back home before we know it. Okay, so we just got back to the cabin, and we're going to go ahead and sell off the gold that we've gotten. But before we go and send off for our Tier 2 gold mine, we're going to do a couple of things to get ready to go down there. Because, as I mentioned earlier, there was a content patch they put out recently that tweaked the AI and the miners. They're a lot faster, a lot more aggressive than they were, so we want to make sure we don't go down there unprepared. But one of the first things we got to do in order to operate the Tier 2 mine, we need to be able to put oil into the mine shaft to allow us to access it. So to do that, we're going to need to build an oil derrick. And we'll see what we need there. Where is that thing? I think it was on the... Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, so we need 100 planks and 10 leather. Okay, plus that those iron bars, which we do have. So it's a little bit much. So we got 20 there. Let's see. Let's craft all the ones we can. Oh, we're gonna have to get some more wood here soon. But we definitely are gonna need this. There's another 25 planks. That helps us out. 100 is quite a bit though. Oh, excuse me, that was going to the wrong thing. So I got 35 on ourselves now. And then we got 100 wood. That's going to give us some more planks. Let's get that going. We'll go spend a little time chopping some wood. We got 59 on there, so we'll need another, is that 41 or so? Yeah. With those going. Okay, let's go chop us some wood real fast. Come along, Chauncey. Oh, there's a nice stand of trees. That's one good thing about playing in the kind of the prairie fields of the green areas on the map, is there's always trees nearby. There's usually some sort of wood structures down in the desert as well. Usually some gnarled, twisted, dead tree. You don't get nearly as much wood out of it, though. So we're going to fill up our wood here real fast. But our immediate goals then are to get a grinder set up, get the planks we need to get an oil derrick. We're going to need a grinder because we're going to need to be able to make gunpowder, because I really feel strongly that we're going to need something a little bit better than the blunderbuss to go down to that mine. That bootleg shotgun, as I was talking about, should really fit the bill. And we'll use that. But let's go get another 50 or so planks here cooking. I say cook. I mean any kind of prep work that's going into it. I always just call it cooking. I do the same thing when I play other games as well. Anytime there's a crafting period we got to wait for, it's cooking. It'll be done soon. But I'm really excited because we are definitely over our goal there. That was a really nice boon. We found those 2 Skull Gang groups back to back. We learned a little bit about ourselves, a little bit more about the game. Fantastic experience all around. A perfect 5 out of 7 would recommend. Man, we are collecting guns like crazy though, aren't we? Whew. I would love to get a either a gunsmith or a blacksmith even, just to break them down for parts. Let's see how much the gunsmith is while we're waiting. So again, we go to our contract. They actually redid this, so it's a little bit easier to read. You might notice the difference between last time when we were looking at this. But we see our tier 2 mineshaft. I'm gonna buy that now, so I don't, you know, accidentally click on the wrong thing and lose our money. Let's receive that. Cool. Sitting in inventory. Not gonna, well, I guess we could go place it so we don't have to worry about it. They did make it so, and I'll probably cover this in a future video, but there's a new tool that you can equip now called a blueprint, and you make it by crafting some paper. I can't remember where you make it exactly. Yeah, there it is. So 50 paper, and it's basically a new tool that allows you to use the build sets that are used in these NPC kind of towns. So you can get things like their props, their furniture, rugs, even furniture. Like you can get the wall clock there, that kind of thing. And then you can actually hire the NPCs. If you don't like the way the gold exchange looks, hey, build your own gold exchange, staff it with a guy that does the job, and you know, make your own way. I really like that. Mad props to the Wizard team for, you know, doing that, because that is a fantastic ad. Okay, so we've got our 100 planks. That's great. We got some more cooking. I'm sure we'll need some more here soon. And the oil derrick is back up here. There it is. What are we missing? Oh, the leather, of course. All right, let's go get some leather. Ooh, did we get a level? Nice. I'm definitely going to put that into health right now. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm a little scared after getting my butt handed to me by those Skull Gang guys. Let's grab that, and that's really all the leather we have. We might have to spend some time getting some rawhide. Well, we're not too far away then. Do I have any leather on me as it stands? No. Okay, so we'll let that go. We'll go get a couple of pieces of rawhide. We'll do some hunting real quick and then come right back to this. Alright, so just coming back, we found a bear, a couple of deer, some wolves, got plenty of rawhide. Also found a bandit camp, so it's kind of nice when they're popping up when you're not looking for them. But isn't that the way life goes? But let's go ahead and get that last 2 pieces of leather done here. And then take all that. Let's go back to the wood, or the metal bench rather. And there it is. Boom, oil pump. Here we go. So that's going to take a minute to go. Let's go ahead and see about making a grinder now. And we're going to need more planks, of course. So up to 20 planks. We got 29 on there. Perfect. Let's get that going, because this is the stuff we're going to need to make sand, which is used in making glass. As well as gunpowder, basically breaking down all the sulfur, the coal dust, the sand, as I said, and there's another one, the salt. Yes, we're going to need all this stuff coming up here. And the grinder is actually a pretty big thing. Since we're here and I'm really paranoid about something happening, we're just going to place the gold mine. Now, as you can see, as it zoomed us out here, this is a pretty big structure. So we're going to get a nice flat piece of terrain up here on the hill behind the house, and just place that down there. Boom. There we go. That's our very first tier 2 gold mine. The tier 1 is much smaller, but as I said previously, the reason we didn't go for that, even though it is cheaper, is because it requires a donkey, which unless you're near the desert can be a real pain to get a hold of, because they are slow. They're so slow. So if you're going to go down there, tame one, and bring it back, you're going to be taking a while. So as it says here, we need oil to power the mine shaft. Well, that's a good thing. We're working on that oil pump. Let's get the oil pump, then we'll get that and the grinder placed out, and we'll be really set up for making some money and doing all sorts of great outlaw stuff. So grinder, let's go ahead and pop that out over here behind the house. It kind of sits a little awkward, so unless it's perfectly flat, it's going to be levitating a little bit, unfortunately. I'm hoping they have a way to fix that in the future. But there's a few pieces like this that are kind of like that. Well, okay, or let's not place it at all. Let's try that again. How about right there? No, okay, you don't want to go there. How about over here? There we go. Okay, just leave you out in the yard. All right, so the sand, as I said, we're going to need a lot of. So, oh, wow, we don't need that many. And here, let me tell you about the first mistake that I have made here. So you see how it takes... if you do craft all and you actually have a lot more materials than you thought you did, there's no easy way to access. So I'm clicking X a bunch of times. So you can see there's over 600 loaded up already based on just the amount of stone I had in here, which I was not anticipating. But you see the timer down here? So that's 50 minutes for that 600. We don't have that kind of time right now. So, hey, learn from this mistake. It's happened to me so many times, and I still do this a lot because I underestimate the amount of materials I have on me. But we're gonna go ahead. We'll get it going here again in a second. Okay, so we got the grinder under control. I just started a little bit more food to be cooking there since we had gotten a bunch of meat when we were out hunting. We're gonna need to have, for the chemistry bench, there's a couple of resources required. I mentioned this in a previous episode, but it's a little bit of a pain. So we got the planks, we got the wood, we got the iron ore, rope, glass. That's going to be the tough one. Glass times 10. So in order to make glass, we're going to need to have access to this blacksmith table to make these guys. So the iron ore with the glass mold. So it takes 10 iron for that. So let's go ahead and get 10 going there, because we're going to need that. One of the other things we're going to need, though, is we've got these stone furnaces. Stone furnaces don't make glass, so we're going to have to upgrade now. It's that time, so let's take a look. And we're going to need the brick. Oops, it'd be helpful if I clicked on the right tab. So this brick forge, so iron ore times 30 and brick times 20. We got the brick already, so let's get to that iron ore. How many do we have? Okay, we've got very little, so let's see if we can make some more here. It's 27 there. Can we do that? Do we have enough? We might need to go get some more iron. Nope. Okay, let's cook all we can. Oh yeah, we're real low because we're using all that iron right now for the glass molds. So while the grinder is going, you can see we still got quite a bit going there. It's going to take a little bit. You can get multiple grinders set up. They're not the worst thing in the world, but I also want to get this oil derrick up and running as well. So we got a lot of stuff cooking right now. Let's go ahead and just pop it over here, have the little industrial sector of Outlaws. Okay. So the thing about this is it constantly runs as long as it's got fuel. Uses for fuel is coal dust. So hopefully we have some coal on us, or not coal dust, but actually coal. So we'll put the coal in there, and then boom, automatically running. And then eventually it's going to start pulling oil out of the ground, but there's really nothing else to do about it except let it run. This is one of those things where you kind of have an advantage if you're playing on a perpetual server, because if you're not logged in, this thing isn't doing work. The good news is that even though the oil is kind of slow to pull up, it doesn't take very much to access the mine. So we're going to let all these kind of machines crank for a little bit. We're going to go do a little bit more farming to get set up for our chemistry bench. And then, yeah, we'll be back and we'll actually make our mine run. So we've gone ahead and gotten a couple more resources going. We're going to come up here, grab our sand that we're going to need to be making the glass. We've made a brick furnace that should be popping out here any moment now. Yep, just a few more seconds. And that's going to allow us to take those glass molds, the iron molds for the glass, and actually turn them into glass products. So we'll just keep it next to our other furnaces here. No real reason to get rid of them unless we just want to tidy up the place. But as I said, the biggest difference previously is that these guys are just a little bit slower than this one, and the fact that they can't make glass. So we need glass molds, we need sand. Well, let's go get those glass molds. Since we need 10 glass, we got 10 molds. And we're just going to make all those we can. Plus, we need to put in... Oh, we're going to need some more coal, aren't we? Let's see if we can actually put some wood in. No, doesn't look like we have any wood, so let's go look for some coal deposits. It's always one thing or another that you're on the hunt for. Especially when we're adding so many new crafting sources and trying to do so many different things than we were previously. You're just kind of... You're going to get a second kind of nature feeling for, oh, like, we're going to need more iron here soon because, wouldn't you know it, we're going to be making shotgun shells and bullets, and we're going to need like extra iron for that after we get all the crafting stuff. But you may have noticed, too, from previous videos that they increase the amount of hotbar slots you got. Things still pop off of there randomly. I think it's usually when you sort your inventory, things will get messed up as they reset things. But it's easy enough to put back. Hopefully they'll find a fix for that one of these days. But let's grab the iron, because we're going to always need lots of iron. And then we'll get some coal. Probably could have just grabbed some coal off of the other smelters, but there's pretty decent sources up here for it. And it's not going to take a whole lot of time to make those 10 glass, so one node should give us more than enough. Plus, gives us a chance to drink some water. Refreshing mountain water. But we'll go check our oil pump, see how much it's brought up. But things just kind of keep going. You'll find a need for a certain resource or a bench, and you'll go and do that, figure out what it takes, and then it's back to doing chores to find out what it is, gather all the resources required. Let's ignite that. So 1:40, not too bad. Let's see how our grinder's doing down here. We're still smelting some more iron bars. Those are almost done. Good deal. So we're on the salt now. Cool. And then the coal dust will be coming. We got the sulfur already. And we'll take a look here and see what's actually required for the chemistry bench after the, other than the glass. So we need a little bit more wood. Otherwise we got the rope, iron ore, and planks. And then the glass will be done. So let's go chop down a nearby tree. Sometimes it's worth just going, especially when we're working on building our railroad. We'd have a couple of folks go out and just come back with like, here's 5,000 wood. You know, here's all the wood you're going to need for a while. And it works. Yeah, you just kind of get in the rhythm. You're chopping down trees, doing that thing. And it can, depending on what your project is for building, it can last you quite a while. And because the weight requirements are not too strict, you can really load up, especially if you've got a wagon, you go full tier on it, or even a horse, you can just be throwing resources on. Because basically it comes down to the amount of slots you have on your inventory. Once you got that filled up, even though you're able to still move and do all that, okay, nice, we're on the coal dust now. Okay, let's get... Those are all done. Let's extinguish that so we're not wasting it. Grab those, extinguish that. I think we're... Yep. Well, that's still cooking. Okay, cool. And then back to crafting. Let's get that chemistry bench now. Hot dang. So this is... We're rapidly reaching kind of capacity for what our little... work cabin has room for without like stacking things on top of each other. We might want to think about expanding that soon, building a larger house or knocking out the back wall and adding some space onto it. Let's go ahead and pop it in here. I think we left us, yeah, we got a little room in the corner there. That's fine. And chemistry bench time. And there's some fun stuff you can do with this bench. It's including making dynamite, which I have not found any practical purposes for, but just knowing it's there makes me happy. Okay, so here we go, gunpowder. So we're gonna need coal dust ×1, salt dust, and sulfur. Okay, so we're making the coal right now, waiting on that. But before we get on that, let's see about what we need to make our shotgun to go down there, the bootleg. So iron bar ×20, planks ×15, we got that. So let's start that going. 40 seconds there, nice and easy. Oh, let's not forget to eat. The grinder is done grinding. Okay, so that's got a fair amount. As you could see, our kind of limited resource was the sulfur, as it usually is. So definitely keep an eye out for sulfur when you're riding around. And we'll just craft as many as we can there. So 14, not too shabby. Should give us a fair amount of buckshot. It comes in lots of 5 as you make it. So we're going to need iron ore and then the gunpowder for that. And of course, the thing we're missing is the sulfur dust. So keep an eye out for all that. So we take all that, get that, come over to the gun bench. And all the way up here, shotgun ammo. Iron powder ×10, gunpowder ×10. Oh, looks like we're only going to get one group. So, well, that's not the best. We got 5 whole shots. That's not going to be enough. Okay, we're going to take a minute, go get some more sulfur, get that grinding, and then we'll continue on from there. Oh my goodness, there's a bear, and my blunderbuss is nowhere on my hotbar. Okay, come on, bear. Let's tango. Woof. You gotta love a shotgun. Even though the damage doesn't seem that high, like damage 12 there, I think it's hitting it like 5 or 6 times with the shotgun spread. So it can actually do quite a bit of damage, and that's kind of where the shotguns really shine. But all right, we're gonna go get some sulfur, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna pick up the extra dust we had going in here. I spent a little time looking around. Sulfur is kind of tough, and this episode is going long already, so I want to make sure that we're able to get to what I promised, and that is getting into the actual mines. You guys can take a look-see. It's kind of the payoff for the last 2 episodes, and then towards the end of this one, but we're going to get that. The bootleg, there it is, ready to go. We're going to be a little shy on the buckshot for this one, but that's all right. We'll have the blunderbuss and then our pistols and rifles and all that in the meantime to kind of get us through. I'm sure we should be able to do that, but 10 shots, that'll get us most of the way through a mine run, so we'll get that. Let's stack all that stuff, and let's go make sure, you will definitely want to make sure that everything's repaired, especially your tools when you for going down into the mine. Also, just downloading all this extra weight, well, not necessarily the weight, but the inventory slots, because what happens is when you actually get loaded into a mine, there's a couple dozen different instances that or maps that'll load up for you. We're not sure what we're going to get. Some of them can be pretty meager. Some of them can be really robust with the amount of ore and gold and everything you can pull out of there. But we just want to make sure. You can usually count on almost using up an entire pick when you go down there, one of these 2-handers. So we'll make sure that's good to go. Our blunderbuss is all repaired. And yeah, so we're pretty much ready for whatever the mine's going to throw at us. Let's get the bootleg. We can see, okay, we got 5 shots, so that's nice. It gives us 5, and then the 10 we've got in inventory. Or maybe it's counting it that way. I'm not really sure. Whatever. We'll find out. Yeah, so we've only gotten oil, and this has been running for over an hour at this point, I think. So we'll take all that and let it keep going. But luckily, that's really all we need. We don't need very much at all. We just need to have it on. So we'll come up here, need oil to power up the mine shaft. Well, guess what? We got a glob right there. We hit activate, and boom, down in the mine. Yay, we finally got there, guys. Okay, so we want to be careful when we go down here. As I said, the AI has been kind of tweaked since the game started, and it can be a lot more dangerous down here than it used to be. But basically, we want to go out here and we want to go through all the rooms, make sure it's all cleared out from bad guys like that guy who has dynamite sticks that will really... Oh, boy, and he's got friends. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so let's back up, get some range. Oh, we got another one of those guys. So we're really going through our ammo a lot quicker than I wanted to. Whoop, 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 whoop. They're chucking dynamite like crazy now. And they can do a fair amount of damage. Whoop, and that was a bad shot. So, as you can see, having the extra shots from the bootleg can make a big difference. And we need to make sure we're really careful here, because we're getting really low. Oh, and whoa! Let's get around the corner here, switch weapons. Let's get that blunderbuss out, actually. Uh-oh. Reload that. Luckily, these guys drop money on their own as well. Wow-wee. Woof! These guys are brutal. Yeah, we may not survive this. Okay, we got the crazy miner down. Wow. Okay, and then we've got the gimp. Oh boy. So this guy is notoriously tough. He's slow moving, but that axe will really finish us off if we let him get too close. So let's try and work him down with our pistol. That was kind of a bad confluence. I've never seen him front load like that. So let's run by, grab their money. So we got a little bit of money there. Whoop-de-doo. And luckily, we can just kind of kite this guy around. If he gets the drop on you coming around a corner, though, it can be really bad news for you. And honestly, I'm a little concerned that I'm backing down the hallway right now, but I can't really take my eyes off this guy until we're done with him. You see how many shots this is taking? This is why you want to have a little bit more than 10 buckshot, definitely when you come down here. Oof. Luckily, we know there's usually less than half a dozen, so usually like 5 or 6 guys on one of these mine runs, and it can vary a little bit from map to map. So we should be pretty well cleared out. There might be one other guy lurking about, but that's the guy we're definitely concerned with right now. Uh-oh, and then getting stuck on a big pile of ore. But as you can see, there's a lot of money to be made down here. We got the iron, the silver, we got the iron, and then you saw the gold there earlier. We also get coal nodes down here as well. Man, this guy is just the Terminator. He will not quit. The Jason Voorhees of the mine is coming for our blood. Ugh, we got him. Good news is, because we weren't ambushed by anybody else, we should be pretty much in the clear. And, oh, he gave us a little gold ore and some money. Okay, that's fine. Let's get the blunderbuss back out just in case. Luckily, our health is pretty much recovered. Thank goodness those guys aren't any faster than they are, or else we'd be in big trouble. Let's make sure the rest of this is cleared out. And then we'll basically wrap up the video for this week. And next week, we'll start out with actually pulling all this gold out, getting it smelted down, and seeing how much money we make on one of these runs. But it looks like we're pretty much in the clear. That was really dicey there for a second. Cool. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. I know it was kind of a lot of chopping up here and there because there was just so much running around and trying to get the money from the bandits. So thanks for bearing with me. And we'll definitely be back next week. We're going to start going to work in the mine here. But in the meantime, don't forget you can catch me live at twitch.tv/captain_archer. There should be a link in the notes. As well as I'm going to try to be making these videos weekly. If you have any content you have any questions on, suggestions, please do leave a comment. and see if we can cover it in a future episode. Otherwise, thanks a lot. Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff really helps out. And thanks again, Cowboys. See you real soon.